This short lesson is going to begin to examine the least common multiple. Now, the least common multiple of two numbers is the smallest number that is a multiple of both numbers. Of both numbers. So let's take an example. Let's take a look at an example. All right, so let's look at 3 and 4. So I'm going to start listing the multiples of 3 first and then 4. So 3, and then remember, we find multiples by continuing to add always the number we started with to each previous number. So we started with 3, so we're going to continue to add 3. So 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and so on. So now, let's look at the number 4. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and so on. And now we can examine both lists, and this is method number 1 for finding the LCM, is to start to list the multiples of both numbers and examine the list for the smallest one. Do they have 3 in common? No. 4? No. Only number 3 has a 6. So what is that first number that they both have in common? See if you can find it right now. Yeah, and the answer is 12. So the LCM of 3 and 4 is 12. Let's take a look at one more example. This time we'll look at 6 and 8. So here's the number 6. I'm going to start listing the multiples. (24) and 30. Let's look at the multiples of 8. Okay, now take a look and examine both of these lists and see if you can find the smallest number that is a multiple of both. Okay, what you should have seen is 24 is the smallest number that is a multiple of both. Right? So this is the examination of the least common multiple, and it's an explanation of method 1 for finding the least common multiple, which is just to list them and then look at both lists and try to pick out the smallest number. Right? So this concludes introductory lesson on least common multiple.